Hi everyone. So my experience at the Geffrye has been very fun and has given me, I don't want to say experience again, but so much experience. It's given me a lot of hope as well. Everyone's really nice here, and that's one of the first things that you hope for when you start a job, is that everyone will be really friendly. Kind of happy that I chose to, oh, you can't sing, that's a good thing. I'm kind of happy that I chose to come work at the Geffrye and come gain some experience here, even though it was short. I wish it was longer, because I don't think that I will find such a nice working environment again. I really do hope that I'll be able to stay in contact and come back one day, but this time to help or be in partnership with. I recommend working at the Geffrye in any department. Even though I was working in comms, I feel like any department would work, because all of them are really helpful, really nice and friendly, and want to make sure that you actually do your job to the best of your ability, and they give you a lot of independence as well. These are some of the interviews I did today, so you can just get to know some people in different departments.
So I am assistant curator.
My job is development officer, so I do a bit of everything for the team, but some trust applications and events and kind of general admin support as well.
So my job is development manager at the Geffrye Museum. So my role revolves around fundraising from trusts and foundations, so writing a lot of funding applications. Yeah, that's the main.
So I'm director of the Geffrye Museum of the Home.
I think the buildings and gardens are probably my favourite part. We're really lucky that the museum's based in the 18th century almshouse, so it's a really pleasant place to live, work, especially in this part of London.
I think coming into a really beautiful building every day, and really lovely people, and it's nice to work in a kind of small organisation as well, because you get a lot of variety in your work.
I think it's probably the theme that we've got here. So it's the theme of home, because the way that we define it is it's universally relevant but also deeply personal. So the idea of working for a museum that has got a subject matter that has the potential to appeal to everyone is really powerful, and makes for quite a creative, dynamic working environment.
I really enjoy working at a museum. It's my first job working at a museum, so I really enjoyed kind of being in a cultural institution. And I also really like all the people that I work with. Everyone's really friendly.
There are some quite funny things in our collection. So we've got some quite strange Christmas cards that are quite unusual for us today. So they've got kind of rats instead of like rats in a barrel playing around. So kind of when you're going through the cards and kind of stumble across those little gems, that's always quite fun.
I haven't been here very long, but the most amusing part were probably these two little stone dogs, which appeared one day either side of a door in the museum gardens. and we were never sure really who put them there, but they were kind of like a donation from a member of the public, and they stayed there for months and months and months and months, until just the other day one of them went missing, and so we rescued the other one. Like, because it was an organic thing, it was kind of just something that appeared in the garden, and we were happy to leave it there. It was kind of like this offering from a member of the public, and I just really liked that. I mean, they were cute little dogs as well.
Funniest thing. I don't know if any funny things happen. I feel like it's kind of funny but also kind of sad, but a squirrel got into the restored almshouse next door, and he ate all the windows. He had to get caught by the pet control man.
I imagine lots of people are saying wildlife related things, but when we get random animals pop up, we had a pheasant once, what was the pheasant doing here in Hoxton?
My wish for the department, well, we're working on a big gallery project at the moment, so I suppose my wish is that everything works well and that we reopen and everyone loves the gallery.
Oh, nice.
I'm probably not the first person to say this, but raising all the money that we need for the project to complete would feel very satisfying.
That we raise all the money that we're here to raise, because it's quite difficult, and if we did raise it, I think that would be, we definitely would celebrate in a very big way.
So it would be the wish for the whole museum, and I think that's that everyone feels equally proud in the work that we do here, and everyone feels real ownership and a real desire to make a difference.
10 years time, I suppose I hope that we are a world-renowned museum and have lots of visitors kind of from the local community and across the world.
I hope that more people come here, as in sort of like more different types of people, because I know that the museum really wants to diversify like kind of visitors, and yeah, I hope that, because obviously we're closed at the moment, I hope that the redevelopment in 10 years time will obviously be really well established, and I hope that the Geffrye will be a much better and more welcoming place because of that.
Well, I'd like for people all around the UK and indeed all around the world to have heard of us. I mean, because we're really fulfilling that identity of being a museum of the home, I think it's got huge potential. So I would like us to be much better known in 10 years' time.
More visitors, more well known across London and across the country, and just everyone feeling like they're really fulfilled with what we're doing and reaching out to the community, and yeah, just spreading the word.
Without me, there would be probably much less chat in the office.
Less cake.
Oh my God, that is a really hard question. I'm going to have to use that in an interview. There'll be less strategic work being done. That sounds very boring and dry, but it's very important, I think, to have strategy, a plan, and lead the delivery of that. So.
Without me, there would be less money.
My job is important because I do lots of work with collections and community groups, so kind of looking at how our collections and our objects can be relevant to people.
Because I'm making relationships with people outside the museum to bring in more funds and more expertise and connections.
That's a good one. I think I would work in the learning team on the communities programme. As I say, I do a little bit of that, but I've always really enjoyed that work. I think it's really
maybe with Sonia, the director.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
I can be in charge of everything.
I would love to do more work with curatorial teams, so I'm kind of doing a little bit of that at the moment, and I find that really interesting because I get to learn more about a different part of the museum's work and how we work with artists and things.
It's a hard one for me as director to say, because I wouldn't want to have favourites. However, I do come from a curatorial background, so I was a curator before this, and there's always a part of me that just wants to go back and catalogue an object.
So, one of the things I loved about working at the Geffrye was my independence that I got, because I was working with comms, so I was a digital assistant. One of the things that I found really gave me freedom was the fact that I got a lot of independence, and I was asked a lot about my opinion in certain areas, which I thought was really good and important. I felt really proud when I was working at Geffrye because I did a lot on social media. I, took a lot of pictures, posted them, was able to write my own title for them, kind of capture audiences, and do events as well. And Mandy was just the greatest. She always kind of asked me what I felt I wanted to do, and what she thought about my opinion. She didn't kind of like say, okay, maybe not, but she always kind of thought about my opinion. I kind of tried to put it in as well. Everyone was able to get their work done. Everyone was able to have like serious moments, but everyone respected each other, which I think is like really important. Respecting everyone's opinion and thoughts is really important as well. And also the scenery, because of how the scenery was, it's really peaceful here, so you don't feel like stressed when you work here. And because it's so beautiful, you kind of feel more relaxed when you work at the Geffrye, instead of feeling, oh my gosh, I have to get up and go here. You kind of feel like, I can't wait to go here, because like it was exciting to come to the Geffrye a lot. And as soon as you opened the door to wherever you were working, you didn't feel isolated, you kind of felt welcomed. And that's really important for when you want to work somewhere, is how you feel when you're working there. And I always felt welcomed here. I didn't feel like an outcast or isolated. So yeah, honestly, I have nothing bad to say about the Geffrye, to be honest. There's just all good things to say. I feel like this is like, if you get to work at the Geffrye, you're really lucky to work here because of just the environment. Because I feel like the environment makes a place more enjoyable, and it's the most important part of where you work is your environment. And the environment here is just joyous, welcoming, relaxing, a good feeling, a good vibe. And everyone was always on task, always doing what they needed to do, but they were still, there to help you if you needed help, as what you needed to do faster than if it was like a very busy, big department, because the Geffrye is a very small it's a very small department where I worked at. Literally, there was 3 people in my department. So yeah, that's enough to say.